tiny British India coin that could be worth $2,000, the untold story of the 1903 1/4 anna. What if one of the smallest coins ever used in British India could be hiding a secret that collectors are willing to pay thousands of dollars to own? Imagine opening an old family box, finding a small copper coin covered with age, and discovering that it is more than 120 years old. Could it be an ordinary coin worth only a few dollars, or could it be one of the rare examples that serious collectors dream of adding to their collections? Today, we are uncovering the fascinating story of the 1903 British India 1/4 anna, a coin that witnessed history, survived the British Empire, and continues to attract collectors across the world. Before we begin, make sure you subscribe to $1 Million Coin, because every video brings you closer to discovering hidden treasures that might already be sitting in your own collection. The year 1903 was an important turning point in the history of British India. Queen Victoria had passed away in 1901 after one of the longest reigns in British history. Her son, King Edward VII, officially became the new Emperor of India, and with every new monarch came a completely redesigned series of coins. The 1903 1/4 anna became one of the very first circulating coins to carry the portrait of King Edward VII, making it an important historical issue and the beginning of a new chapter in British Indian coinage. Although the 1/4 anna represented a very small denomination, it played a major role in everyday life. During the early 20th century, this little copper coin could be used in local markets, village shops, railway stations, and trading centers throughout British India. Millions of people handled these coins every day without imagining that, more than a century later, collectors would carefully examine every detail under magnification. The coin was struck in copper, giving it a beautiful reddish-brown appearance when freshly minted. It weighs approximately 6.48 grams and measures about 25 millimeters in diameter. The plain edge and durable copper composition allowed it to survive years of circulation. Even today, many examples still exist, although most show heavy wear after decades of use. The obverse features the right-facing portrait of King Edward VII. Around the portrait appears the inscription Edward VII King and Emperor, symbolizing Britain's rule over the Indian subcontinent. This portrait represented more than a king. It reflected the political power of one of the world's largest empires at the beginning of the 20th century. The reverse displays one of the most elegant designs ever used on a low-denomination Indian coin. At the center appears the inscription 1/4 anna India 1903, surrounded by a beautifully engraved floral wreath. The decorative border gives the coin an artistic appearance that collectors continue to admire today. Despite being produced for everyday circulation, remarkable attention was given to every detail of its design. These coins were produced using steel dies prepared under the supervision of the Royal Mint. Large presses struck each copper blank with tremendous pressure, transferring every fine detail onto the surface of the coin. Once inspected, the coins were packed into bags and distributed throughout British India, where they entered circulation and became part of everyday commerce. Mint marks are among the most important details collectors search for. The 1903 1/4 anna was primarily struck at the Calcutta Mint, and coins from this mint generally have no mint mark beneath the date. Some varieties from other mints may carry small identifying symbols. Examining the area below the date with a magnifying glass is essential because the mint mark can influence rarity and collector demand. As decades passed, these coins traveled through countless hands. He purchased food, paid wages, and circulated through towns and villages across the Indian subcontinent. Every scratch, every worn letter, and every faded detail tells the story of a coin that truly participated in history. Today, collectors search for the 1903 1/4 anna for several reasons. First, it represents the first year of King Edward VII's coinage in British India. Second, it connects collectors to one of the most significant periods in Indian history. Third, high-grade examples have become increasingly difficult to find because most were heavily circulated. Finally, collectors enjoy searching for die varieties, mint differences, and unusual striking errors. Coin grading has a tremendous impact on value. A heavily worn coin may sell for only a modest amount, while an example with sharp details, original surfaces, and attractive color can command much higher prices. Professional grading services carefully examine every detail Before assigning a numerical grade that helps determine market value, authentication is equally important. Genuine examples should have the correct weight, diameter, and copper composition. The lettering should appear crisp, the portrait should match known genuine examples, and the decorative wreath should display fine detail. Counterfeit coins often show incorrect lettering, poor quality portraits, or unusual surface textures. When purchasing an expensive example, many collectors prefer coins certified by respected grading companies. One of the most exciting aspects of collecting this series involves mint errors. Although most coins were struck correctly, a small number escaped the mint with fascinating mistakes. Double strikes, off-center strikes, die cracks, clipped planchets, rotated dies, and other production errors are highly sought after because every error coin is unique. These unusual pieces often attract competitive bidding whenever they appear at auction. Many people hear stories about old coins selling for thousands of dollars and assume every example has enormous value. In reality, the market works very differently. Most circulated 1903 1/4 Anna coins are affordable collector pieces. However, exceptionally rare mint-era coins, certified mint state examples with outstanding preservation, or record-quality specimens sold through major auctions can achieve dramatically higher prices. If you hear that a 1903 1/4 Anna is worth $2,000, it is important to understand the reason. Such values generally apply only to exceptionally rare era coins, top-condition certified specimens, or remarkable auction examples with extraordinary collector demand. Ordinary circulated coins are usually worth considerably less, but they remain historically important and highly collectible. Another reason collectors admire this coin is its connection to British India's economic history. At the beginning of the 20th century, India was one of the largest economies within the British Empire. Millions of these coins supported local trade, transportation, agriculture, and commerce. Every surviving coin serves as a tangible reminder of that remarkable period. Proper storage is essential for preserving both beauty and value. Collectors recommend holding the coin only by its edges and avoiding polishing or cleaning. Cleaning removes the original surface and often reduces collector value. Instead, store the coin in an archival quality holder or protective capsule in a cool, dry environment away from moisture and direct sunlight. Investment interest in British Indian coins has grown steadily over recent decades. As more collectors enter the hobby and the supply of high-grade coins remains limited, demand continues to increase for attractive original examples. While no investment is guaranteed, historically significant coins with strong collector demand often remain desirable for generations. Perhaps the greatest attraction of the 1903 1/4 Anna is not its copper composition or its face value, but the incredible journey it has taken. Imagine how many people carried this coin through crowded marketplaces, railway stations, farms, and cities. It survived changing governments, economic transformations, and more than a century of history before finally reaching the hands of modern collectors. Somewhere today, another forgotten 1903 1/4 Anna may still be waiting inside an old family collection, a wooden chest, or a dusty coin album. Most will be ordinary examples, but a few may turn out to be rare mint varieties, remarkable era coins, or beautifully preserved treasures that collectors are eager to own. That mystery is what keeps the excitement of coin collecting alive. The 1903 British India 1/4 Anna reminds us that history is not always preserved in museums. Sometimes it survives inside a small copper coin that quietly passes from one generation to another. Whether your coin is worth a few dollars or turns out to be an exceptional rarity, it remains a priceless piece of history that connects us to the people, events, and stories of more than a century ago. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed discovering the remarkable story behind the 1903 British India 1/4 Anna, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Old Coin, leave a comment telling us which rare coin you would like to see next, and share this documentary with your friends and fellow collectors. Until next time, keep searching, keep learning, and remember that the next extraordinary coin could already be waiting in your collection.